Like the
cold open?
Yeah, I kind of like. I mean, I wouldn't call it a cold open, but you know what I mean. Like
we can call it beer open, beer closed, beer open.
Beer open for business. No.
Don't. No. Okay, whenever you're ready.
It's a good beer. Beer. Let's do it.
That's it?
Maybe. Does it work?
Sure.
something beer or something. I don't know.
Something beer. I don't know. That's gonna be our first T-shirt.
It's not bad.
The beer or the T-shirt?
Neither, really. The beer is great.
You mean either?
What did I say?
Neither.
Oh,
Yeah.
either, yeah. Let's get to it.
Cool, I've been recording this entire time, so.
I'm sure something in there works, right?
Yeah.
Alright. What's up, everybody? Just Brewing here. Alright, let's get into it. What's up, everybody? Just Brewing here. Today we are going to do what we call secondary fermentation. Essentially, we've got last week's brew. This is Northern Brewer's Lemondrop Saison. We've got this in the fermenting bucket. We're just going to move it from the primary to the secondary and get it ready for the back half of fermentation. Let's do it. First things first, you want to make sure everything is sanitized. In our brewing kettle, I went ahead and got a gallon of warm water and Star 1 sanitizer. So I've got some in here, as well as the auto siphon. Both the kettle and the auto siphon are a part of the Northern Brewer Beginner's Equipment Kit. So if this is something that you need, definitely look them up. The link in the description. But I'm gonna first pump some sanitizer through the siphon to make sure that everything that the beer touches is sanitized. So that should be good. I'm also gonna sanitize the actual siphon itself, not just the tube, because as you would imagine, this part actually goes into the beer. So I'm gonna take it on my hand, get it, go up and down here. And in case some of the hose gets in there. Alrighty, so that should be good for that. I'm gonna set this out of the way. You do want to have gravity be your friend. So I'm gonna leave the primary fermenter up top, and I'm gonna set the secondary fermenter on the ground. So, we've got the sanitized auto siphon from the primary fermenter down into the secondary. You'll see that the hose that the beer is coming out of, I've got it going against the wall of the bucket. That's to prevent any splashing. At this point, you don't want any oxygen to get into the mixture, into the texture of the beer. So I don't want it to bounce, I don't want it to splash. Putting it against the wall, letting it kind of naturally fall along the wall. Not only does it kind of stir it, but it also prevents any splashing. So it's a two birds, one stone situation. Towards the end here, I'm gonna tilt the primary fermenter towards me. That way I can kind of get as much liquid and as little gunk kreuzen as much as possible. Not that the gunk or the kreuzen is bad for you necessarily. It just usually doesn't taste good. It can be a little grainy in the mouth. But more importantly, it just doesn't look great in the beer. You can kind of see it floating. Most beers, that's not what you want. That's not the look that you want. So you want to do what you can to minimize that. So once it's done, we'll be able to seal this off. We'll get some sanitizer in the other airlock that we have, and then we're gonna get this ready for dry hopping it, and then getting it ready to bottle in a couple weeks. So this is just gonna be we're in the last leg now of fermentation. After it's done fermenting, we'll be able to bottle it, carbonate it and bottle it, and then we'll be good to drink it. Now that we're done siphoning from the primary fermenter to the secondary, we're gonna do what we call dry hopping. Dry hopping, long story short, is adding hops towards the end of the process when it's not boiling anymore. So essentially what we have here, this recipe calls for an ounce of US Magnum hops. And essentially what we're gonna do is we're just gonna dump this right in and seal it back off. Get it ready for bottling in a couple weeks. And just like that, this beer is gonna be ready for bottling in about a week or so. Essentially what we need to do now is we're gonna store this in the same cool, dark area that we had it in earlier. It'll be there for about a week. After that week, we'll be able to get the priming solution ready. And then at that point, we'll be able to bottle it. So we'll see you then. Thanks for viewing Just Brewing.
You can. Okay, that's good. You're happy with that?
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, cool. You've been brewing Just Brewing.
What?
Oh wait, did I just say brewing Just Brewing?
What?
Sorry, I forgot, and then my brain was like, oh, do it.